gotten a little tired of that picnic table in the back. It's very shaky and it's hard to use as a workbench. So I built this in the foreground. You can see a big, sturdy workbench that also doubles as a picnic table. So let's talk a little bit about how we built it. First, I got a bunch of wood. This is just dimensional lumber from Home Depot, 2x4s and 2x6s. Here I've taken all the 2x4s and then I've laminated them together using Titebond 2. I also used Titebond 3. It took about 2 gallons in total. Most of it spilled out on the ground and we're still scraping it up. After all the 2x4s were laminated, you can see that I put the 2x6s on either side of the 2x4s, 4 on each side, and I created a mortise in each corner to receive the legs. Here's a side view of the table with all the legs glued in place. I would highlight that I didn't use any screws or anything metal in creating this table. Later on in the build, when I actually add the benches, I did use some screws to put some of that hardware into place. The legs are also made out of 2x6s as well as the cross braces. This is a pretty darn heavy table. It took 4 of us to flip it over, and we estimated it weighed between 400 and 450 pounds. After it was flipped, it took a good deal of planing and I had lots of helpers. Since this table needed to function as both a picnic table and a workbench, I got some heavy-duty sliders to allow the benches to slide in and out with ease. The only hardware actually used in this table is on the benches. The actual table is just made of glue and wood, and a lot of it. After planing it, I sanded it up to 220 and finished it with several coats of shellac. The heavy-duty sliders that are holding up the benches seem to be able to hold a great deal of weight. My kids and their friends are able to do crafts with no real issues. Since we're in Houston, I decided to include a snow shot. It seems to be able to handle snow just fine. If you enjoyed that video, please like it and also consider subscribing. Also, please leave me any comments you have below and we'll address them in future videos.